Welcome to Planet 40k. Today we're going to review the Assault Intercessors. Hello, welcome to Planet 40k. I'm Eugenio, and today we're going to look at the Assault Intercessors. We'll have a quick look at their datasheet, rate the unit's movement, shooting and combat ability out of 5, and then I'll give you an overall summary of what I like and dislike about them. And finally we'll top it off with a final rating out of 5. So the unit's movement is 6, weapon ballistic skill 3+, strength toughness 4, 2 wounds, 2 attacks, leadership 7 and a 3-up save, and the Intercessor Sergeant is almost the same with an extra attack and an extra leadership. So the unit starts with 5 models. You can have up to 10 models. For 5 models it's a power rating of 5, and 6 or more increases the power level to 10. So everyone in the unit is equipped with a heavy bolt pistol, which is range 18 pistol 1. It's a strength 4 weapon with -1 AP and 1 damage, and they're also equipped with Astartes chainsword, which is a melee weapon. It's strength user, which is 4, has -1 AP and 1 damage, and you get an extra attack when you fight with this weapon. They also have frag and crack grenades, and the sergeant can swap out his heavy bolt pistol for a plasma pistol instead. The unit has They Shall Know No Fear, which means they can reroll their morale test, and they also have Shock Assault, which means they get +1 attack on the charge and +1 attack when they have been charged. They also have the Combat Squad ability, which allows a unit of 10 to split into 2 units of 5. So the unit has a movement of 6 inches, which I think is about average for infantry units. So you're not going to really want to be foot slogging these guys up the board. So your options are to either place them in strategic reserves and bring them on the side of the table, or use a transport. So you've got the Impulsor, which is 79 points and can hold 6 Primaris models, and you've got the Repulsor, which is a more expensive 290 points, but you can hold 10 Primaris models. So overall, I think for the movement of these guys, I'm going to give them 3 out of 5 stars. Although this unit isn't designed for combat, each model does come equipped with a heavy bolt pistol, and a plasma pistol upgrade is nice if you'd like some extra firepower for a tougher target. The chart below shows the average wounds you'll get with a unit of 5 armed with heavy bolt pistols, depending on the toughness of the target. So as you can see from the chart, toughness 5 model you'll get 1 wound, toughness 4 model 1 to 2 wounds, and toughness 3 model you'll get 2 wounds, hopefully. As you can see, you're not going to gun down a unit of 30 orc boys with this, but the 18-inch range does allow you to maybe take off a few wounds from a distance before you're close enough to charge, and the -1 AP is also nice, increasing the odds of you doing some damage. So overall, I think the shooting is not bad, considering this is a close combat unit, and I'll give it 3 out of 5 stars. So these guys were really made for close combat. Using the Shock Assault ability, a unit of 5 gets 16 attacks on the charge, or if they're charged. And as you can see from the chart below, a unit of 5 can do quite a lot of damage to low to mid toughness units, but also does pretty well against toughness 5 models. The unit seems designed for taking out troops and would do especially well against low toughness targets. As I play Craftworld Eldar, I'm thinking a unit of 10 of these guys would absolutely wreck a big unit of Guardians, say the traditional Guardian bomb. You could keep these guys back and wait for those Guardians to drop in, and you would get 16 wounds on them if you get the charge on them. So the main thing with these guys would be trying to get them into combat. So overall, I think the combat on these guys is very good, and I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5. I really like that these guys have -1 AP weapons. There's nothing worse than making your hit and wound rolls only for your opponent to make their annoying 5-up saves. So making it harder for an enemy unit to make its saves really appeals to me. It's going to especially hurt units who already have a weak save, such as orcs. So these guys can dish out a load of attacks in combat, with a full strength unit making a massive 32 attacks on the charge at -1 AP. So if you drop a unit of 10 of these guys in from strategic reserve, you could really cause some problems. They can get a few wounds with their heavy bolt pistols and then hopefully make a charge. With the way combat works in 9th edition, if you fail to destroy a unit on your turn when you charge, you can choose to fight first with that unit on your opponent's turn and hopefully clear that unit, leaving you free to go again at another target or move to an objective. So speaking of objectives, I really like that these guys have 2 wounds. It just makes them that bit more survivable when they're trying to hold an objective, or just in general really. So what I dislike about these guys is that a unit of 10 will cost you 2 command points to drop in from strategic reserves. With the 9th edition rules, you're allowed to reserve 1 to 9 power level worth of units for 1 command point. So with a unit of 6 or more Assault Intercessors going up to 10 power level, it's going to cost a bit more in command points to use them in this way. While these guys can probably brush off a few bolter rounds, anything with damage 2 or above is really going to start removing models from the unit. They're also not going to survive against an elite combat unit, so you have to make sure that you choose your targets wisely and keep them away from high damage weapons if possible. Overall, I think this is a pretty solid unit. I was struggling to think of negatives really, so if you hate them, please let me know why in the comments. Also, let me know if I've missed anything that you think is good about them. They can dish out a load of attacks, have decent 18-inch range with their bolt pistols, 2 wounds each, so it won't be easy for your opponent to chew through a big unit of these guys. I think the models are quite good too, with some nice dynamic poses. I like the fact that they look like they're running towards the opponent. I think these guys are definitely above average, so I'm going to give them an overall rating of 4 stars. So please let me know what you think of this unit in the comments below. Do you agree with my ratings, or have I got it horribly wrong? If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button to help us promote it. If you'd like to support the channel and see more 40k content from us, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next video.